Good evening, everyone. My name is Tina Hewerman. I'm one of the Detox Divas here with Heart and Body Naturals, and I'm so incredibly excited for tonight's class. If you were on our class, Cooking with Suzy, before, you will know how good this class is going to be and how great those recipes are. She gave us a couple detox soups last time going into our liver detox. And tonight we're going to learn how to use December's free product of the month, which are the whole black seeds. Super, super excited about that. But let me introduce some other people first. Where's my screen? There we go. So first, I want to introduce to you, you can't see, but that's okay. I just want to talk about these amazing people. Paula and Ben Scarcella are the owners and founders of Heart and Body Naturals. Ben is the vice president and Paula is the CEO with an immense compassionate heart for helping people with their health. And she's constantly trying to think of what do we need next, not this is the trend of the health and wellness. What do we need next to help our people to make sure that they stay healthy and safe? And I love her compassion for all of us, not only with the products, but also with the compensation plan and how she rewards us for sharing in in what we do. Then we have Alexandria Brighton. Alexandria Brighton has 30 years of aromatherapy. She is a formulator, educator, owner of the Brighton Institute of Botanical Studies, creator of the Degenerative Disease Clinic in Mexico. She's created her own herbal pharmacy and she gets first harvest rights globally, which is pretty important when it comes to ensuring, like this is another thing that Paula is very passionate about. She wants to ensure that the products that she formulates with or that are put into Alexandria's formulations are of as high of quality as Alexandria is, if not higher. And so you're not going to find a better product line that has the purity and the potency that we do here at Heart and Body Naturals. Pretty important stuff with the purity, and which leads me into our pure plant promise. Quality ingredients always begin with pure raw ingredients with minimal invasiveness when it comes to formulating them. For instance, our essential oils are a first distillation only. Heart and Body Naturals research and development team sources the most potent ingredients from all corners of the globe for their potential health benefits. The majority of our raw ingredients are processed in a GFSI, and ISO certified state-of-the-art manufacturing partnering facility. What that means to you, the consumer, is not only does our manufacturers who put all these formulations of Alexandria's together, they're the best in the world, but they're also tested by third-party independent sources to make sure that the manufacturing facility is also of equal quality as to make sure that the products that are the ingredients that are in the bottles and the bags is what is on the label, and there's no discrepancies with that. So before we get started and I turn it back over and introduce our amazing chef, I do want to say that the statements in the following slide and anything stated here for tonight is for informational and educational purposes only and have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Please contact your trusted physician, healthcare provider before use, especially if pregnant, breastfeeding, or if facing a serious and complicated health issue. So Suzy, I forgot to bring up the notes on how amazing and skilled and certified and talented you are. And I know it's hard for some people to introduce themselves, but professionally speaking, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, I'm Suzy Brown. I have been in the health and wellness and personal chef industry for over 16 years. I left corporate America and I started a personal chef business. And through those journeys and healing my own body, I am a certified holistic nutrition practitioner. I am also a certified reflexologist and Reiki practitioner. And I take everything with, I love HBN because I've taken everything with HBN, everything I learned with my personal chef, as well as with my reflexology, and I'm helping people live a whole holistic life through whole food, real food, and just self-care. And I love this journey that we're on. And I can honestly say I'm dealing with something really big right now. And if it wasn't for the HBN products, health-wise, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, and I wouldn't be able to survive with what's happening. And I'm really grateful for everything that I'm doing because I've built a lifestyle around my products. And so it's keeping me healthy in a time of pretty traumatic issues that's happening in my world right now. So I'm grateful for HBN. Tina, I'm grateful for you. So thank you.
You're welcome. And if you guys, I know we're not going to go into what's going on with Suzy right now, but if you guys could just add her and her family to your prayers, that would be great. Suzy, tell me why you were excited about the free gift of the black seed oil.
Well, mainly because I have a lifetime supply of it now. And if you're anywhere, at least I'm lucky. I live in California and I'm in the Central Coast, so I have access to a lot of great organic fresh foods. Nigella seeds are one of the hardest things to find, especially if you're not in a Asian influenced area. And my local store has them organic, so I've always gotten them. When I learned about them through Dr. Greger, I get them locally. Now I don't, because I have them through HBN, which is great. And honestly, I do. I think I have a lifetime supply because a little goes a long way.
Yes.
Less is more when it comes to certain things, and Nigella seeds are one of them. And so, yeah, I'm really excited.
Yes, I am too. So tonight we are going to be learning about 2 different recipes that you thought would fit into our 45-minute class. And both of those look absolutely amazing. And the first recipe that we're going to talk about is the soup, right?
Yeah, we're going to do the soup first because it does take the longest. And while I'm talking about the soup, also just really quickly, black cumin seed, or also known as Nigella sativa, it's not part of the cumin family. It's actually part of the buttercup family. The other thing is that it is really powerful. So again, less is more. A quarter teaspoon a day is really all you need in order to help with improved memory, improved blood sugar, improved heart health. It also, in the TCM and Ayurvedic world, it's been used for centuries to help bronchitis, asthma, diarrhea, skin disorders, liver disease, digestive issues, poor appetite, parasites, and also some decreased breast milk supply.
Oh.
There is a side effect. So remember, too much can be a problem. And some side effects could be nausea, bloating, hypoglycemia, skin irritations, constipation, abdominal cramping, and indigestion. So just because we got it doesn't mean we need to take this whole thing at once. Or just because we have our beautiful black seed oil doesn't mean we just need to just keep piling it on. Honestly, a quarter teaspoon a day will give you everything that you need. So whether you are doing it through your oil or actually through the seed. I prefer the seed because I'm in the camp with Dr. Greger, Dr. McDougall, and Dr. T. Collins and Campbell, is that this is not a processed food. It comes from nature. We're already here. And I love the fact that HBN has brought in the whole seed, because even though how wonderful this is, it's still in the world of those doctors. It's considered a processed food because of the oil, the carrier oil that we blend that black seed with. So I love the fact that we have the Nigella seeds in raw and whole form. It excites me. One thing is you can eat the seeds in their whole form, but just like either chia or flax, is sometimes better to grind them. So if you actually have a coffee grinder that's specifically that you use for herbs, I would, and I'm going to grind some up right now. I'm just going to grind up a teaspoon, and I'm going to use it for our other recipe. So it's going to become a little bit more bioavailable to our system when they're ground up, and it's not going to get stuck, because it could have the potential of getting stuck in the diverticuli. And if anybody has ever had a colonoscopy, knows that the colonoscopy doctors love to talk about the diverticuli and the diverticulitis, and strawberry seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds can get stuck within the diverticuli. Well, same with the Nigella seeds. So if you're going to eat them raw, I would grind them so they're a little bit more bioavailable. Once you have some ground, you can sprinkle on your avocado toast, you can sprinkle on your eggs, you can sprinkle it on anything. It has a beautiful peppery taste, and to me, it doesn't really smell the way it tastes, and I don't find it offensive. And I actually think that eating them fresh versus the oil, they have more of that peppery taste to them.
I was talking to a friend the other day, and she put her seeds in a pepper grinder.
Perfect. I did too. I had them in one of my pepper grinders, but my grinder wasn't, it wasn't a good pepper grinder. So yes, if you have a really good pepper grinder and it can grind these smaller seeds, absolutely, because then it's on your counter and you're just grinding. You can grind a bunch of it and then put it in a container, just like you would pepper, and sprinkle around. I love the glass bamboo jars, and then you can just scoop out what you want. What's lovely about these spoons in this size, this is an 8-ounce glass jar. This is a teaspoon. I've measured it, and I've actually used the HBN scoops to double check with my soul and my body and all of the other scoops, and I've checked to see, and this is actually a scoop in our products too. So that's what's great. Okay, I have my pot going. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of olive oil. You can actually make this, if you are on a whole food plant-based oil-free, you can use water and not oil. And I'm going to throw in, I just chopped up an onion. And I'm going to have to turn you up a little bit more. I turned you down. In the recipe, I forgot to throw in ginger. I love ginger with this soup. So I just have about a 1/2 inch thumb of ginger, and then 2 cloves of garlic, which would basically, garlic to ginger is equal. I have about 5 medium-sized carrots, and these are the fresh carrots with the tops on them, which I like a little bit better. This soup would be great if you're using the bulk bin carrots, because those are actually meant for soups and stews. Now, while this is heating up, I'm going to ask you guys in here, because what's wonderful about this recipe is that you can use either sweet potato, and this happens to be a Japanese sweet potato, or you can use butternut squash or acorn squash or pumpkin, anything that you want. So what would you guys like for me to use in my soup today? The butternut or the sweet potato?
Go ahead and drop that in the chat, you guys. What do you want to see her cook with? Also, Suzy, can you talk a little bit more about the difference in carrots? Because you taught me that today. I did not know that before.
Absolutely. And then let me know, because I can't see the chat.
I will. It looks like sweet potatoes winning.
All right, we're going with the sweet potato then. So with the carrots that you see in the grocery store that are all in the bulk bin that are down below, and then you have the carrots that have the beautiful tops, the Bugs Bunny carrots, as we like to call them. The bulk carrots are actually a specific type of carrot that is meant to be used for soups and stews, and they were actually designed to be put into your root cellars. They have a longer last, they're harder, they're not as moist, they don't have as much water in them. So those are the carrots that really are meant for soups and stews and winter. Where our lovely carrots with the tops, they're meant for salads and just chomping on, because they're going to be more, there's more water, they're more flavorful. So whichever carrot you have is fine. And if you ever notice, if you go to a party and you know, there's carrot sticks on and the carrots are dry, it's because they're using storage carrots, not fresh, yummy garden carrots, basically. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And what are the dangers of buying pre-cut and peeled carrots?
Don't get me started on that. So your pre-cut carrots, the baby carrots, which are so convenient.
January 1st.
Let me mute. There we go. Okay. So baby carrots.
Baby carrots, as much as we all love the convenience of them, the reason why they stay fresh the way they do is because before packaging, they are washed in a chlorine bleach wash. And that's where they're going to stay that brightness. So if you are really looking to reduce the toxins out of your life, buy your bulk carrots, buy your carrots with the stems, and make baby carrots yourself. It's actually, you're going to save yourself money. You're saving on packaging because they're not in plastic, as well as you're saving on having the toxins of those chemicals going through your body. And it's hard enough for our liver working every day. We don't need to add one more toxin onto our liver, right?
Very good.
All right, so I have the onion, garlic, ginger, carrot, and sweet potato just sauteing in here. What I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna grind these these seeds for the soup, because the soup is actually going to be pureed, so it's already going to wind up. And this happens to be a half a teaspoon. I just grabbed it. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of nigella seeds into the pot. And what they're going to do is they're going to start to toast, and then they're going to get fragrant, and they're going to pull their natural oils out, and they're going to pull their natural fragrance out. And this soup is so easy. I'm also going to take turmeric. And I'm using a teaspoon of turmeric. The reason why the recipe shows 2 teaspoons of nigella seed is because we're actually going to use the nigella seeds that I ground as topping on the soup as our finisher. Now you could do, when you finish, you could either use the nigella seeds themselves, or you could take the oil and finish it with a little couple dollops of the oil. I would not do both, because now you're overkilling. And again, remember, we want to keep. And if you have nigella seeds at night in your soup, you really don't have to have it in the morning. We have so many other products that are going to take care of our health in the morning and throughout the day. All right, so once we have, I'm going to do a little salt and pepper. This is Celtic sea salt. I prefer the Celtic better. Himalayan or mineral salt is fine. That table salt, no, stay away. Table salt itself has been stripped down, and sugar has been added into it, and other things have been added into it. So it's just not, it's not good for us. So use our natural salt. Celtic sea salt has natural iodine in it. And just so you know, with the pepper and the turmeric just got into my throat, so I might go. 3 cups of vegetable broth. You can use chicken stock if you'd like. You can use your homemade stock, whatever. This, I happen to have some in my pantry, and I'm using vegetables today. You're gonna pour it in. And we're gonna bring this up to a boil. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna switch it to the back burner.
Oh man, that stove.
So I'm gonna put this right onto the back burner. And I'm just gonna cover it with one of my lids. And I'm gonna let that go. So while we are on to the next recipe, we will be able to get those vegetables cooking, and then I'll blend and puree everything up.
Oh,
And then I'll plate it for you so you guys can see.
and I forgot to pin your other video. So let me get that up there for everybody.
Okay.
There we go. Is that better, everyone? Can you see both screens of her now?
Do I have any questions?
Yeah, what's the name of the soup?
Sweet potato carrot soup. Or pumpkin carrot soup. Very easy.
Very easy, yeah.
Honestly, it is that simple. I like putting the ginger in because the ginger gives that little spice kick.
Yeah.
So you don't need peppers, and if somebody is allergic to nightshades, this is great because it's a nightshade free soup. If somebody is on low FODMAP, unfortunately, this is not a low FODMAP meal because of the garlic and the onions. However, we can replace that with using the green parts of the leek or green onions or even spring garlic. Hold on a second.
Thank you.
Normally, I see this in the store in the springtime, but this is spring garlic. It kind of looks like a leek, but it also kind of looks like a green onion. But it's actually garlic before garlic turns into the bulb. This portion right here will be the bulb, and this is what garlic looks like before it is full grown, picked and dried in the summertime, especially here in California, out of a place called Gilroy. And what's lovely is if you are on a FODMAP, all of this part here is acceptable because it's green. It smells and tastes just like garlic, and it's not as it doesn't hold the sugars that normal garlic has. So that's just why this is easier for people who have trouble with FODMAP foods to digest. And look for this. It's only in stores for a very limited time. I'm really surprised that we have it now, because normally I see it right around March, April till about May, and then it's gone.
Good to know.
Most stores, most of your like Whole Foods will carry it. I don't know if I don't have a Publix here, but I do know Publix is a pretty good store on the other side of the country, so they may carry it. Just keep an eye out for it. But California, we get it a lot, especially since Gilroy's like basically right over there.
Yeah, and you use it just like you would garlic.
Yep, just like you would garlic, just like you would leeks, just like onions, because it is the allium of it, and it's just before it becomes garlic. And there is garlic to it. And it's like sometimes it's like really potent, more potent than a garlic clove. It's an amazing product.
Okay.
I love it. So, any other questions?
Nope. Didn't know there was spring garlic. Very interesting. Nope, no questions yet. You guys feel free to ask questions in the chat. And
this is at a full rolling boil right now, just so you know. I can't show you, but it is at a full rolling boil.
okay.
I'm just gonna stir real quick. Okay. So if everybody has been watching things on Netflix and Reels, rolled omelets are kind of a thing right now. Asian communities have been eating rolled omelets forever. And a rolled omelet, it's just an omelet. It's just a fancy layered omelet. And what's nice is that you can feed a lot more people with a rolled omelet. So I'm going to show you how to make a rolled omelet, and knock on wood, hopefully I can get it rolled. I'm just gonna take a half a recipe because it's just me, and either I'll eat it later. What's nice is that you can have it for, I can have it for breakfast. So I'm gonna take 3 eggs. And these are pasture raised organic eggs. I wish they came from my neighbor's yard. I don't have chickens anymore, or I'd be using them. So I just got the eggs. I forgot you guys can see that. I am going to add in a half a teaspoon of the ground nigella seeds right in there. And I'm going to add in a sprinkle of green onions. What's nice about this dish is you can, and a little salt and pepper, just a tiny, tiny bit. I don't need much. And I actually just ground my peppers today.
Oh, nice.
So what's great is you can add anything to this. You can add more vegetables, grated carrot, grated sweet potato, grated daikon. You can pretty much anything that you like. The Japanese actually make this sweet. I am a savory girl, so I don't really make it sweet. The Koreans normally add more savory, more vegetables to it. You can add mung beans if you like, which are also bean sprouts, which bean sprout is just a sprout mung bean. You don't add any milk or anything. It's just the eggs, and you get them all nice and whipped up. And I'm going to start off with a little, oh, look at that, it melted. A little oat butter. So this is a vegan oat butter from Miyoko's, which you can see there. And I'm gonna swish around. Now, what's great about this is, does anybody make crepes?
No, I don't. Let's see in the chat. Anybody made crepes before? It takes a little hang time. Nope. Catherine says no. Richard says sometimes. Leslie's a yes, of course.
Very similar. It's kind of the same way, except we're going to add a little into the pan. We're going to let it cook. We're going to roll it, push it back, add some more. So, and it's about the same as you would if you're making crepes. So I want to just make sure that my pan is hot. And I'm just going to add a little. Nope, my pan's not hot enough. It's getting there though. Okay, so if your pan's really hot, so see how we're pulling away, and you can actually just scramble. The trick to a fluffy scrambled eggs is you pull and set back. So here we have a nice, and I'm going to let it set just a little longer. Oh, yeah, good. So then now we're going to roll. We're going to roll. And I'm going to push it back towards me. I'm going to roll it one more time if I can. I'm going to push it back towards me. And I'm going to add a little bit more. They actually have rolled omelet pans. They're square, so you get this nice omelet. And then you'll see the layers. It almost looks like it's laminated dough. So I'm gonna just pull this back. And now I'm gonna roll. Yeah, shove that in there. They taste lovely. And I don't have much left in here, so I'm just gonna dump the rest.
Wow.
So there, it's gone. Technically, this would feed 2 to 3 people. It's a great Sunday brunch. It's great for dinner. Asian communities eat this for dinner all the time.
My husband loves breakfast for dinner.
And so I'm just gonna roll it. And then I'm gonna okay.
We did have one question that popped in. Please discuss whole versus ground nigella seeds, amount to add in recipes.
Same.
Same.
Same. So if you grind it, it's still going to be the same, measure out the same amount. So ground is going to be your half teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, whatever. And same with whole. Again, grinding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle, I'll garnish with the grind, and it looks like pepper. And what's happened is because we've broken the cell wall, we've broken these up, is that they're going to be easier because look, they really are the size of a strawberry seed.
Mm-hmm.
So those can get stuck in our diverticuli, which can cause problems in our digestive, which also will cause bloating, gas, and other irritable bowel problems. So if we grind them, we actually now are breaking up, and then our body can absorb them a little easier.
Nice.
And I prefer them. I do prefer them that way. So this is your rolled omelet, and I'm just gonna set this off to the side. Again, there's nothing. It's fluffy. It's creamy. They're not overcooked, and you can eat this with sushi. You can eat this by itself with a gorgeous salad. And if you're going to eat it with a nice green salad and you really want to show it off, because we're not, by the time we get everything, you're probably only getting a few, maybe a half a teaspoon, which every now and then won't kill you. If you did a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of nigella seeds every day, those side effects I talked about could be a possibility. And you don't want to do that long term. But you can add this instead of croutons or instead of nigella seeds in a Caesar salad instead of cracked black pepper. It's amazing because of that peppery taste. And they don't taste in their seed form, they don't taste like the oil. They really don't. Okay. I'm going to move this back over here.
Well, that's a really going.
Yeah, and actually my burner is off. So everything's pretty much soft. When you can tell that something's done, squish it on the side of your pan. And if it breaks apart easily, except my carrot might not be done a little bit, but that's okay because the blender is going to blend it. We're fork tender.
Okay.
That's fork tender.
I'm making a beef stew tomorrow night for dinner, so I'm like getting all these inspirations from you tonight.
You know what? In your beef stew, cut the amount of black pepper and use some of your nigella seeds.
Yeah.
That will be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have a little bit of a slight Asian taste to it, but that's okay. So I'm gonna throw this in my blender. Now, if you were using a bigger pot, making larger, you're gonna have to do this in batches, but because I'm using a small batch, I can actually blend this all in one shot. Unfortunately, there's going to be a little noise. If you don't like turmeric, leave it out. Okay. If you want to use half the amount of turmeric, go right ahead. If you want just a little taste of it, use a pinch of turmeric. Sometimes turmeric could be too much for people. But so yeah, play with that. And I'm gonna just set this to puree.
I don't see. Oh,
Drippy. Oh, delay.
oh, the delay. Gotcha. Richard asked, what about ginger? You were saying leave the turmeric out if you didn't like that. Can you, is that what you meant, Richard? Leave the ginger out if you don't like it?
Leave it out.
Leave it out. Ooh, look how yummy that looks.
Yep, that's right.
That's what
I like the ginger because it gives a little bite. And it takes the sweetness of the carrots and the sweet potato and just kind of pulls it sometimes. Carrot soups and sweet potato soups could be a little bit too sweet
for savory people like us. Oh my goodness, look at that.
So, and then I would top it. You could top this with some arugula. You could top it with some fresh spinach. You can top it, and then I'll take more of the nigella seeds. You could even, I'm gonna do this just for effect. If you didn't use the nigella seeds themselves, and you can take, and like every little fancy restaurant, you can just drop some oil.
Wow. Everyone's like, that looks so good. Ruthie's mouth is watering. I know it looks so delicious, doesn't it?
And then
stir that all together. We're headed over. Catherine says we're headed over. Good stuff.
It's perfect. I don't think it needs anything.
Good. Yeah, Samantha's hungry now. Everyone's loving it. Yeah, that soup looks absolutely amazing. And I never thought of serving an omelet with a salad, but yeah, that would be a brunchy type thing too. Even for dinner, you could do that. But what typically when I see omelet, I think of having cheese in it.
Right. Because that's the American way.
Okay.
So here, normally so when you serve a rolled omelet, this is how it's normally served.
Leslie says she often adds an egg on top of her veggie soup for added protein.
There you go. But now you have a rolled omelet and you don't need to.
Yeah.
So let me show you. Can you see the layers?
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
The nice layers. And normally how you eat that is then you just eat it.
Like that.
Do a little omelet then.
You're making us so jealous over here. We've got
It's so easy to make. Well, how long? It didn't take us that long to make the soup. It
no
didn't take me that long. We were on the phone. Well, we were on checking the
cameras.
monitors and everything when I was chopping the vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
So this will take. I actually need to. On the recipe for the soup, it says 50 minutes. It's not 50 minutes. You're looking at 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'll make a note and I'll have to change that. But this is it. This is a full meal. We have all of our vegetables. We have protein. And did you know? I actually learned this today. Fun fact. Fun fact.
Yes, Catherine, Suzy has given me a PDF of the recipes, and I will share that when I share the video in the team groups and stuff after a bit.
So the recipes don't show the ginger, so you can just make a note to add ginger or not. So Nigella seeds contain protein, fat, and carbohydrates. They are an actually perfect food. They're a source of dietary fiber and various amino acids. Glutamate, arginine, cysteine, and methionine is what are the amino acids that are held in this tiny little gorgeous perfect yumminess.
Powerhouse.
The micronutrients in them is iron, copper, zinc, phosphorus, calcium, thiamine, niacin, pyridoxine, your B6, and folic acid. So it is high in our B vitamins. It is also the phytonutrients are alkaloids, spanonins, plant sterols, essential oils, and which we all know, thiamine quinone. And this is what makes this little guy so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do have if you do have any cardiovascular, there has been numerous scientific based studies on how just a quarter teaspoon a day can help the body heal and reverse. Again, I don't diagnose, I don't prescribe, but as a holistic nutrition practitioner and a personal chef, I'd say yes. A quarter teaspoon a day is all you need in order to help support your body.
That is fabulous. I'm going to come back on here with y'all. And yeah, everyone's saying what a powerhouse. That's amazing. I know I'm just always I'm just always so incredibly excited when Paula finds a new product to bring out. And there's a lot of really fun stuff coming to Heart and Body Naturals too that is going to be amazing, as well as, the new Glorious that was launched at Go to Sauna. The oil or the free Try Me product for December is the Nigella seeds, and you will get, it's a huge bag. I wish I had one on my, do you have a bag right there? Yeah, that's a huge bag to be given for free. And
150 servings in the bag. I told you I have a lifetime supply.
yes,
just because I got it for free.
Yeah, absolutely. And they would make like little great seasoning packets. I know Chelsea, my sponsor with HBN, she makes her own everything but the bagel seasoning and uses the black seeds in there instead. Will the black seeds be a permanent product for HBN? I'm not sure on that, Leslie. I would assume so at this point because it has been so successful. And with the healing properties of our other products, then I would assume that would be a mainstay with us here, but I've not heard that news yet. I had made a roasted, like sheet pan broccoli with onions and peppers and mushrooms and olive oil and a little bit of salt. And I sprinkled, way too many black seeds over the top now that I know that it's a quarter teaspoon. But that was delicious too, because I don't know if you guys know this, but my husband won't take anything natural. He loves his prescriptions from his doctor. And so I'm sneaking black seeds in on him all the time. So if you guys wouldn't mind, could you just take a quick second and just blow up that chat and let Suzy know how much you appreciated her tonight, and send some prayers to her beautiful fur baby. Now that the call's over, I can say that because I want her to cry beforehand. But it's so we just appreciate you so much. I love when you come on. You're just so easy to listen to, and your knowledge on diet and nutrition and everything is always such a blessing to have you share that with us. So yep, the chat's blowing up. Thank you, prayers. Thank you so much, Suzy. Great information. Blessings to you. Yep, you are loved. So I will get this uploaded to my YouTube channel, and I will include the links to the 2 recipes. Just remember, on the soup, you can add a 1/4 inch of the ginger, which I'm all about ginger. I like to just slice it up and put it over a salad and eat it raw like that. What's the patient's name?
Pepper Ann.
Pepper Ann.
She's a 16-year-old golden doodle.
Yeah. And she's got a cancerous tumor on her spleen. So it's just a matter of time right now for Miss Pepper Ann. So you're so brave and so generous of your time in a time right now. But I'm so glad that we could give you that wonderful distraction where you could get into your passion in helping people, just for a second, and step away from what you're dealing with, because I know how heavy that is. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. Miriam, I will get your 7-day sample of the Healing Trilogy sent out to you through customer service. I probably have your ID number already still in our chat. So with that, I will see you all next week for the Detox Diva call. And then we only have one more for 2023. How exciting is that? So have a great evening, you all. Bye-bye.